if you guys like this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you guys are interested in a personal session, check out my website, readingswithbreanne.com. Let's dive into the topic for today. Hello, beautiful souls. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are fantastic wherever you are on this journey. I did some live tarot readings the other day, and the Canadian elections came up. So I pulled up an article here, and it says that Monday was the first day of full campaigning after Liberal leader Mark Carney triggered the elections on Sunday afternoon. So it says Canadians will choose a new government April 28th. So it says here, over the coming weeks, party leaders will make their case to the nations that they are the best fit to lead. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to come out of the tarot today for you guys. We're going to do some tarot pulls. In the past, I have consistently seen Pierre Poilievre being the next prime minister. But what's interesting was when I did a recent crystal ball reading, there was this image I seen of two men, and then there's this woman. There's this, looked like a small stature, kind of just this like petite lady that was like small and mighty. And I was kind of like contemplating, is there going to be maybe a new woman that is going to be leading Canada? But what's interesting is when I pulled up just a moment ago who we have in the federal election. Again, we have a Liberal Party leader Mark Carney. We do have, again, the Conservative, which is Pierre. We have the Bloc Québécois. We have Blanchette, and we also have the New Democratic Party, Jagmeet Singh. So we're gonna do some tarot readings on all these parties and look at the momentum moving forward and see what's coming up for you guys for this April 28th election. Now, kind of just taking a step back, when I was looking into the crystal ball a while ago and I seen that female as well, I was thinking, is there potentially a female leader that is going to be stepping up? And somebody also commented and said, Isabella seen, or she talked about a female leader as well. So I did have to jump over and watch that video. And it did look like she said there was a female leader, I think, tied to a lot of Aboriginal titles, or had a lot of Aboriginal support. Now, the only thing is I don't see any females up and running. Christy Clark, I think, was, but I pulled up an article here, and it says here that, this was just posted. It says last updated 2 hours ago. So it says here that former BC Premier Christy Clark says she's not running for the upcoming federal election, and she's with the Liberal Party. So I don't currently see any females up and running, so I'm not too sure. We'll have to see what's coming out today, you guys. So, times change, things change. Nothing is ever set in stone. And for a lot of you guys are usually curious with my tarot decks, and I have this beautiful deck. It is called the Crow Tarot. She's beautiful. Crows have like a really soft spot in my heart. I've always had a connection to crows. I'm pretty sure I have been a crow in my past life, but I'm very in love with crows and ravens. We have a lot of crows out here in BC. So let's start here with these upcoming elections. Okay, we're gonna pull a tarot spread on. Let's look at the different Liberal Party. We'll look at the Liberal Party, and then we'll look at Pierre as well, and just look at the energy and see what's coming out for you guys. So Spirit, what do you have when we're looking at the Liberal Party and Mark Carney with the upcoming April 28th election? So what's the probability, what's the possibility that he will win? What do we have for Mark Carney, Spirit?
Three of Cups. The Chariot. Yikes, this is looking... Wheel of Fortune. All right, so I did not expect this to come out, you guys, but I actually have a lot of energy supporting Mark Carney. Very crazy. Okay, but then look at the back of the deck. We have Three of Swords. So I have to say, based off the current energy right now, you guys, there's a lot here showing that he has the potential to win. Okay, so it's kind of interesting because we have the Queen of Cups in the past in reverse. So it does look like there was some kind of withdrawal from a female. Maybe that is relating to Christy. But you know what? I have to say, I mean, I'm just reading the cards. I am not at all for him, to be honest. You guys will have to let me know what you think, but just based off the current energy right now, there is a lot here supporting him, and him winning from what I can see. I mean, the star in the outcome is all about a sense of hope and renewal. And the fact that we have a lot here showing the Three of Cups, the Chariot moving forward, the Wheel of Fortune, and it's all upright as well. I know I have reversals in this deck. It definitely has a high probability. We're going to pull some other cards, though, for Pierre, because I do have the Three of Swords here. Look at that, Three of Swords, and then the back of the deck is the Five. Oh my gosh, okay. Five of Pentacles, being out in the cold. We have Five of Cups, a sadness, and Three of Swords, something not working out. So I am wondering if there's something that shifts last minute, but it's almost like right up to it, he is taking the lead from what I can see. So let's take some cards on the energy of, let's go with Pierre, the conservative leader. Spirit, what do you have for us with Pierre? I mean, I've always seen Pierre as being the next leader, and that's just energetically what I see. You know what, actually, okay, you know what's interesting? For those of you that do watch me, I am passionate about Chinese astrology, and I was looking at their charts, not in great depth, but I took a quick peek at Pierre's, and I took a look at Mark Carney's, and I have to say, Mark Carney is born in year of the, it looks like 1965, so year of the snake, meaning he has a lot of energetic alignments really supporting him for 2025. So I do think he has a little bit of a one-up on the energetic, let's say astrological realm, if you're looking at his date of birth as well versus Pierre. So I thought that was interesting, and the fact that we just pulled, I have not pulled to see, I don't think I pulled to see if Mark Carney's going to win, but this is the first time. It's really showing a lot of support for him. Interesting, you guys. Okay, let's look at Pierre. What do we have, Spirit, for the Conservative Party? What's the possibility of them pulling through and winning? Ace of Swords. See, I'm wondering if something turns last minute. Page of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. The Fool. What? And we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. It's almost like it switches. Eight. Okay, this is very bizarre, you guys. Very bizarre. I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know what you guys think about these upcoming elections. I think it's really gonna, you guys, I think the energy is gonna potentially be really up and down over the next couple weeks here. We may have to look into this again closer to the actual April 28th date, because I do have more energy at this moment to support Carney. But there is a potential of a switch, but there's something about this energy being a little volatile here. And the fact that we have the seven of cups as the outcome, really, from what I see, it just shows a bit of a lack of clarity of what's going on. And my Page of Swords is always my delayed card as well. So again, I'm not super big on politics, you guys, so I don't know if this April 28th is extremely set in stone. I'm wondering if there is something that happens and there could be maybe a delay that pushes it out a little bit. There's something about a delay here that's aspecting Pierre Poilievre. So let's take a look. I'll pull the other two parties as well, and we'll just see what's coming out. And then we're gonna also look at the energy of that day, the April 28th. So let's do a tarot pull for the Bloc Québécois leader, Blanchette. What's the energy of the Bloc Québécois winning? I believe this one is pretty unlikely. Two of Swords. All right, so we have quite a bit of cards to indicate a big no with this. Especially we've got the Two of Swords in the situation, and we have the Hermit in the outcome with the Five of Swords and the Strength in reverse. So I have a big no for the Bloc Québécois being, or we can say Blanchette being the next leader. All right, so let's take a look at the Democratic Party. Jagmeet Singh, what do we have with the momentum of him? I have to say I don't feel anything in terms of him winning. It just doesn't seem like that's something that is a high probability. I think it's really going to be between Carney and Pierre. But let's see, what is Spirit? What do you have for us when it comes to the new Democratic Party leader, Jagmeet Singh? Okay, the World. 10 of Wands. That's really over the situation, you guys. 10 of Wands is a pretty solid no. Right off the bat there. I mean, we do have the World in his energy. Yeah, six of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Wands, no. The Sun in reverse, no again, and the Moon, so no. So that's what I was feeling. I mean, he may have some support with this World card, but it doesn't feel like a whole lot of Canadian support anyway. So I gotta say a big no. I'm not feeling like Jagmeet Singh or this new Democratic Party is going to take the lead. So with that being said, let's dig a little bit deeper when it comes to Mark and Pierre. Let's look at the date, April 28th. What do we have, Spirit, for April 28th? When it comes to the upcoming Canadian elections, is the elections actually being held on that day? What does that look like? Ace of Swords. I almost feel like I don't need to pull anything else. So it does look like this is something that will be held on that day. And I mean, with the back of the deck also being the Hierophant, you guys, this is all about things moving forward as planned. It is, backed by government forces, legal structures. There is definitely yeah, there's definitely an energy to show that this is something that looks like is currently with this energy happening April 28th. So with that being said, then I'm gonna pull this deck. This is one of my, I would say probably one of my favorite decks. It really works well with my energy. So I'm gonna re-pull on Mark Carney and Pierre because it was really interesting to see how much support Mark Carney had based off of what I got here. But I also actually have to make an adjustment, you guys. So I noticed when I was using my crow deck here and I pulled on Pierre the first time, for some reason, this card came out as the outcome and I said it was the 7 of Cups. This is illusions, this is confusion, and I apparently don't know how to read. So this is actually the 9 of Cups, so my apologies. So that whole reading was a little bit inaccurate because the outcome is actually coming out as the 9 of Cups for Pierre, meaning this is a wish fulfillment. So this is absolutely a lot of optimism and success. So I have energy supporting both of them, really neck and neck with their energies. So we are going to redo this with my deck that I do really relate to. Again, I haven't used my crow deck for quite some time, but I just thought I would change it up. But that being said, it looks like I misinterpreted one of the most important cards, the outcome. So let's re-pull again, lovely souls, let's look at Mark Carney one more time, and we're gonna look at, I'm gonna put them, I think, both on the same spread here. We'll do a couple cards on Mark and a couple cards on Pierre and see what the energy is coming out. So okay, Spirit, we need some more clarification when it comes to the energy of Mark Carney winning the upcoming elections. What do we have, Spirit? The Tower. Okay, so this is kind of the energy that I don't see him winning, but I'm just so floored with the cards that came out for him originally. So look at this, you guys. We have 2 aces. Okay. 2 aces, but we also have a Tower moment. So I'm almost wondering with Mark if there is definitely some it's almost like I just keep getting he might play a little dirty, the kind of the energy of the smear campaigns. But it feels like he's definitely very good with his words, and he is going to do and say anything he can to again really rope in the people here. Is he genuine? Is he authentic? I don't get a good energy from him. My perspective and my opinion, I really do not get a good energy from Carney. Okay, I get a lot of corrupt energy. So that's why I was really just blown away about what came out the first time. But let's see here. There is energy in his favor still when it comes to these upcoming elections. But I have to say with that Tower moment, it's just really inauthentic. So let's see. I'm almost wondering again, we had that Page of Swords. So we had in Pierre's energy, we had him, let's say, winning, but there's something about a delay. Or when I pulled, I don't necessarily get a delay with the elections, but maybe that could indicate like a recounting of votes or something of that matter. Can I get a confirmation, Spirit? What's the energy of Pierre Poilievre winning the elections, the upcoming April elections? Will Pierre win? Will Pierre win, Spirit? King of Swords, that's actually his, he's a Gemini, that's that Gemini energy. So there we have the moon. And we have the Four of Wands, which is a celebration. So see, there's something here about instability. And I'm wondering if the tides change very last minute, where it's like everyone thinks like, oh yeah, Carney's gonna win here, and then it changes last minute. Because there is some instability here, or illusions, things, going on behind the scenes. So I have to say, it does still look really positive for Pierre, but it's going to be a really bit of a battle. It's going to be a close battle from what I can see. So I think this is something I absolutely do want to revisit as the time gets closer, and kind of see what the energies are coming out there. So you'll have to let me know what you guys think. This was definitely not as clear as I was expecting it to be honest. I was really expecting Pierre's cards and energy to come out very strong, which they were a little on the fence about. Which I guess I have pulled a little bit as well with Pierre in the past, and I have got recently more of that Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, that did come out. So in itself, there is a lot of juggling, and it feels like a lot of corrupt energies that are still pushing and pulling to try to come out on top. So let me actually, before I end this, I want to know, because this is just my personal opinion from the energy of what I see with Mark Carney. And again, I personally do not get a good energy from him, but let's pull the tarot and see, can you tell us specifically, Spirit, what's the energy of Mark Carney? Does he have good intentions for the people? I feel like I can't even say that with a straight face. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say. Knight of Swords, yeah. Eight of Swords, the Moon. It feels like a bit of a winning at all costs, and I feel like he's a very good manipulator, a very good talker here, and that's why we're getting such a kind of a bit of a conflicted energy from what I feel versus what's coming out of the tarot. But there's absolutely, with the Eight of Swords over the energy of the situation, he's definitely trying to keep people, their hands tied. It doesn't look good. Victim mentality. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was seeing. This is lies. This is manipulation. And that's how I see him. Like, almost like, look at that. Does that kind of look like him? No, maybe not. But it's a creepy feeling, in my opinion. My perspective, you guys can take it or leave it. But yeah, look at this. It's all about the moolah. It's all about the money. Rapid fire. I do think that he is very good with just his communication, the way he speaks to people. It's kind of like he has that sharp tongue energy, right? He can really kind of lure people in and tell them what they want to hear when it's not true or authentic. It's just, telling them what they want to hear. So interesting. Yeah, I wanted to see what was coming up over him. Absolutely. I feel like this is a slimy, sneaky energy. I don't like it. But we shall see, you guys. Again, let me know what you guys think. I appreciate all you guys. And I'm wishing you guys all the best. So lots of love and light. And I definitely want to revisit this one as it gets closer. But that's what I have for you guys today. And until next time, bye for now.